Greetings and salutations, Dota fans. It is I, Badger, back for some more Lads Weenie action. On the Radiant side and the Dire side, it's like we're looking at a mirror image. Because on the Radiant side, they're led and captained by Bulljaxx, the washed-up former two-time champion. On the Dire side, they're captained and led by the two-time washed-up champion Xeriscape. It is the old-timers game. It was, I guess, what we wanted in Lads Weenie. I'm joined by somebody who is both somewhat washed up and also far better than the players in the lobby. It is former DPC player, 10,000 MR and counting, Salacious Sea Lion 62, aka Salamander 37, aka Strawberry Shark, aka Rook, aka Jim. How are you this fine evening?
Um, Pretty good. I got a DNF in the race, so I'm kind of sad. It's tough out there.
You were going for. I see. I told you to follow the Max Verstappen strategy. You must have gone for the Pastor Maldonado strategy, which is not a winning strategy. So what can you do?
I'm gonna work on it. I hit the wall and my tire broke, and then the game said you're done, and it terminated me.
That sounds a
I had to
lot like Pastor
I had to watch
Maldonado.
it. I had to watch a cutscene of my character like getting like taken off the track, and like it was kind of painful.
What can you do? But we have some fun teams tonight. We were at the I believe we're at the losers bracket semifinals in Lads Weenie. I'm not going to check that, but I guess the winner of this, yeah, it is, has to be. So winner of this series will play the loser of the Skater versus KU series whenever that. I think that's Wednesday night. But uh, we have some fun teams here tonight. Honestly, a lot of big lads names if you follow your lads history. I mean, Radiant. They got Colonel Squid, Bulljaxx, Reed, and Shane. On the Dire side, they got Xeriscape, Season 4 champion Doss, Bingu, former last champion Bingu, Eli, and I honestly forgot who I am the human mating press is, but I recognize the guild, so they're probably a lads player at some point in history. We do have some picks in bands. Bands Tinker, Vano, DK, Ember, Dusa, DP, Savan, Windrunner. 8th pick Visage. 9th pick Storm Spirit. Seen a lot of early Storm, Jim. Break it down for me.
Um, I think the hero's just pretty good. I think it's pretty good matchup spread on mid. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I'm not the most aware of why, but like, I don't know. I think in lads especially, Storm is a very safe, stable pick. I think a lot of the heroes that can really trash on in lane are not that popular or played by a lot of lads players. Like maybe Viper per se. And ever since he got the facet slide, it's a lot safer of a early pick. I think this Visage hero is crazy, by the way. So I'm probably gonna favor Dire for the rest of the draft, just so you know. I wanna put that out there.
It's one of those things where I think Pizzadog is first phase Storm before, but they also have Bingu, who is, in the handful of very best Storm players that ever played lads. But then you see Daryl the dog, aka it's just Shane drafting, not Bulljaxx. That'll be Squid playing. He's got a good storm, but I don't quite know if it is a Bingu level storm, you know.
Sure. I don't. I know some of these players, not all these players, and a lot of these players. I feel like I don't really like see them. Like I might have known them. Like I might have seen them play a lot like some time ago, but they're kind of like in a sense fresh names because I haven't seen them play in a while. You know what I mean, Badger? Like I've known Doss forever, but I don't know when the last time I casted a game of his was. Same for Squid. Same for Reed probably, but you know what I mean. So it's kind of an interesting game for me in the sense that I'm actually familiar with like a lot of these names, but I don't actually play or watch them play very often. So it's kind of like a blast from the past. You know what I mean?
That's a lot of the fun of
I really
Lads
don't
Mini.
like Winter Wyvern as a response to Visage, by the way. Mostly because if Wyvern's in the lane against Visage, it's not going to do much. And the problem is like, the problem is your safe lane might just get Giga ran over if they pick a strong laning four. Notably, Marcy and Tiny are both still in the pool. If their pause forward plays those and they pick them and they're good at the combo, they're going to slaughter whatever safe lane they put in front of them. Or they should.
Consider the
Yeah.
following: the two teams are honor bound to only select blue heroes. I think in a blue hero only game, Wyvern has a lot of value. Wyvern, I just like the Wyvern matchup against the blue heroes in the game. Never mind, Xeriscape has broken the honor. He's broken the honor agreements. Maybe it's a hero that Shane likes. It'll probably be him playing it. Maybe he just likes the hero and wants to play it up against Visage. Says, you know what? I can cast the ulti, get Visage in the familiar to take a target. I don't know. I'd have to ask Shane why he wants the hero, to be honest.
5 seconds remaining.
We do have an Ench, though. I know it's a hero you're quite familiar with. That should be the Dire Side 5 sup. And that'll be the Dire Side 4 sup right there.
Yeah. So far, Dire's heroes can play the game very fast. I'm kind of worried for Radiant, although I'd say that Eng especially, and even Tusk to a degree, can be pretty skill dependent heroes. So curious to see how it goes. But Dire's got a pretty scary draft already, Badger.
Yeah, it's a real sort
Radiant
of.
needs to pick up heroes who are very good at defending things early,
I
or
fully
or
agree.
things that can cut waves effectively.
Because you look at these heroes, right? I think if you give Dire an inch, they can take a mile. Where Visage plays up tempo, Ench plays up tempo. You like a blink on Tusk, you're just rolling on around at speed of sound, causing a lot of issues for this Radiant side comp. And Radiant wants some items. You want to get items on Storm. You don't want to get items on some of these other heroes. I'm sure Wyvern likes to have an item as well. But when you play up on Wyvern, you like to have like a blink or a glimmer or whatever. So potentially Dire could run this game over if Radiant don't draft well. Is that an option to play up tempo early on the Razor?
Um, sort of. If it has a good lane, but if it, I don't know where this is gonna go, and I don't really so far like I don't love it in the offlane laning against Enchantress. Because once Ench has a creep, Razor just can't deal with the creep at all very well, and I don't think it. I think it sounds kind of good against Visage, but I don't think it is good against Visage. Um, Razor is not a very tanky hero in lane, and he likes sustained fights. Sort of because of his W. And I don't know if he's gonna have the chance for that if he just gets like completely melted by the soul assumption spell, because it is a very, very strong spell in lane. Um, Visage Tusk, very strong combo by the way as well. So um, like I would like I would the draft looks really scary to me for Radiant, but Visage, like a lot of their heroes on Dire are not like very like they're not like super easy heroes. You know what I mean? Enchantress, Tusk, like Visage, post like six, like these heroes all require a decent bit of
10
finesse.
seconds
So
remaining.
I have to say that that's like the one big downside right now to Dire's draft. You know what I mean,
5
Badger?
seconds
Yeah,
Especially
remaining.
on Enchantress, I would say. By the way, I think this hero, if you're not playing a really really strong early game, is like pretty bad. So yeah.
there definitely will be a bit of finesse, especially when again if you give Radiant a lot of time to get items, these heroes do really well with items. Like you can really be a problem. But again, there's still 2 picks left for Xeriscape. You can grab some cool heroes, 18, 23, and maybe make the macro game a little bit easier still. The heroes I would really want would probably be like a DK or a DP, but they're both banned out, so I'm not quite sure what Zera's going to go for here. But and there's not too much reserve time left. I'm sure he'll cook something up, and it'll be probably good for this sort of like 10 to 15 minutes timing that Dire appear to be building here.
Red team ban.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll definitely do it. It makes the role situation a little bit interesting though. Either it'll be a mid visage or a carry underlord or something along those lines here. It's gonna be a little bit interesting to see how Dire orient their heroes. Maybe they saw the Lads
10
Plus
seconds
series with
remaining.
Logical playing the carry underlord. You're like, you know what, guys? Lock it in. Feeling
Radiant team
good.
ban.
I'll get the cleave talent, go late game. We'll have to see about that one though.
Sorry, I was just deleting some junk spam text I got earlier.
That's okay. I was just sort of talking about the carry
10
underlord again
seconds
Yeah, I
because
know,
remaining.
I heard. Yeah, it could be. Honestly, with Carry Underlord, the draft
5
would go
seconds
crazy
remaining.
fast, bro. That would go crazy hard. I would be really down for it with their other heroes so far. I think so. Is this this is like playoffs for the 2 group stages for this or what?
this is loser semifinals and playoffs, I believe.
That's hype better.
It's like a 2% chance as losers quarterfinals, but I'm pretty confident as losers semifinals.
Okay.
I'm gonna check that actually. I really should know this, but I just don't. So
5 seconds remaining.
this is actually wait, losers. This is actually loser semifinal or losers quarterfinals. My bad. I mixed up my series. It's actually losers top 6, not losers top 4. I'm at the
Okay.
wrong place in the brackets, so I have been spreading misinformation. What can you do?
Oh, sorry, Badger. I
So
didn't mean to cause you to spread misinformation, which would ruin our casting careers.
instead of this team, I said earlier that this team would play the loser of Skater versus KU. Instead, this team will play the winner of Clankers and his Anchor versus Wilted Roses. So there's an extra series in the there's an extra series for lads we need to play.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay. What are some picks I feel would be good for both teams? Let's see, assuming Pizzadog needs a, I guess, offlaner or carry, what could be good?
I will say though, we've already done it. It's Faceless Voids. Maybe it's actually Underlord
Oh,
offlane, but it's Visage
Visage
mid.
mid?
That
Oh,
was
I
the
like Visage mid so
alternative.
much less than, I think Visage is so, I think Visage 3 would be so much better. I mean, I think it'll have a fine time against Point Storm Spirit mid, but like,
10
I think it could
seconds
like,
remaining.
I think it could have absolutely slaughtered whatever Safe Lane Radiance
5
sent out at,
seconds remaining.
like, you know what I mean, Badger?
I
Not,
agree, but maybe if they're going really crazy, it's still Visage offlane, but it'll be Underlord mid? Because I feel like Underlord mid would actually lane into Storm pretty well.
yeah, but I think it's not gonna be as, like, I think it's probably gonna be like winning a bit, but like, I don't think it's gonna be as good as it sounds, because Storm is really good at like securing like last hits against high damage heroes with his remnant. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Select your heroes.
good TA.
Alright, so it is going to be Underlord offlane. Carry Void mid Visage. I see, I see.
I also, by the way, I like the Winter Wyvern more now as a position 5 because it doesn't have to lane against Visage.
Yeah.
In the game, it's gonna be actually actually it's a really good Winter Wyvern game. I'm kind of surprised they picked Faceless Void. They've kind of given it should be not that hard to get pretty impactful curses and saves this game so far. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I think this should be a pretty. I mean, it's gonna be a very volatile. What is it? Bottom lane where it's gonna be TA Wyvern versus Underlord and Tusk. Where I think before Visage and Tusk have the potential to just run over the lane. Now it's gonna be very very volatile. Where if you can like catch TA in a bad spot, you can very easily break refraction and kill her. But if TA positions properly, it's a very good lane to just kind of play it casually on TA. But I'm sure Doss and Call Me the Boss will not play slow. They're gonna play up tempo, I'm sure.
Hype.
Or maybe not. I'm not them. I'm not in charge of them. They can they're free Dota players playing in a free Dota tournament. They can do whatever they want. If they want to play badly on purpose, they can do that if they want. You know, I'm not in charge of them, so
Yeah.
I don't think Serious Skip's gonna be too happy though if his team is playing badly on purpose.
Probably not.
Either way, though, if you are just joining us, welcome to game number 1 of this Lads Weenie Losers Bracket quarterfinal series between Daryl the Dog, aka the Bulljaxx captain team on the Radiant side, and Pizzadog, aka the Xeriscape captain team on the Dire side. My name is Badger. I'm once again joined by former Deep Beast players Strawberry Shark, aka Rook, aka Jim, and we're just seeing 5-man smoke from the Radiant side through the west side of the river. Squid drops the ward at the exact same time as Bingu. I think Bingu may have seen Squid here, so not Dire or aware of Radiant of a ward in this sort of box here. But as that happens, see the wraparound angle right now. Reed, aka Choppa, leading the way back to mid lane. Squid will not get the D ward. Dire got the sentry ward. Again, still the high ground. Radiant are smoked up. The Watcher gives somebody,
They
but
should
they
be
don't
really
know. They
careful
actually don't know.
Fighting Visage level 1, assuming they take Soul Assumption, is gonna be really, really painful.
30 seconds to
Actually, I've never read.
Oh, they're going on Squid. Oh no, it cost Squid alone. The execution. It was an absolute disaster, and now I believe they may have even shown the washer a limit. They're pinging rapidly over here. Not the maneuver Bulljaxx wanted.
Yeah, I mean, I think just trying to make a level 1 play onto like Visage Tusk sounds like I don't think it's the I wouldn't go for it. Visage is like a really crazy level 1 hero. They literally have a spell that does like 10 million damage, and they get like extra gold per kill or some shit, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
they get extra gold in their W.
Yeah, I think hypothetically, maybe if they were really patient, stayed high ground over here, and Squid managed to back away, that could have worked. They could have a sort of angle here in the split. They would have split up here.
I think the
here,
thing is,
but...
Metro, it only works if you kill the Visage first, because like it's a 4-second cooldown spell that in a 5v5 level 1 is gonna have you max charges every 4 seconds.
That's what I mean. You don't want a strict 5v5 there. You want
Yeah, but I'm saying like you can only ever start like I've seen Visages like win 2v4s like fucking level 0, level 1. So I guess what I'm saying is like unless you literally start on the Visage, you will always lose a level 1, which is why I think it's like you're just hoping that the Visage like randomly walks into you instead of any other hero, which I think is not necessarily a winning play.
I think it's a reasonable
I'm gonna be
expectation
really
that actually it could have happened.
well, yeah, but like you need like 1 out of 5 heroes to do something, and if any other hero does it, you lose. Like it's just like a very low percentage play. I'm really curious how this melee is gonna go. I think it should be absolutely horrendous for Squid. Nothing personal, but it's like Visage First Blood, like, is really I'm really worried for mid lane. I think the side lanes probably will fare better. I don't really love TA Wyvern lane, but I think into like Tusk Underlord, it's actually pretty good. I think they should definitely be winning this by at least a little bit. Maybe they won't crush them, but they'll do well. And I think the Zerius keep lane should be fine until they get level 3 Enchantress with level 2 Enchant, and then there will be problems for Radiant if the creep micro is good by Zerius cape.
I'm seeing it now. There's already a lot of action top lane. There's already been a 1-for-1 trade top lane. There's a lot of brawling happening there. So
He's stacking this camp, which I like. Takes the frost creep. I kind of actually would have preferred he just waited until he got level 3 to take a creep, but not the biggest deal. It's kind of whatever. Frost creep is good. Gives people really good things. Looking mid, things are very, very dicey.
yeah, I mean Bingoose is playing very aggressively right
I'm
now.
a little
Punishing
surprised
Squid.
Bingu didn't send out a bottle, considering he like had such a good start. That you know what I mean? Like, I think just having the more mana, like I don't think Boots really does anything for you. I think either just buying more stats or buying a bottle would have been more efficient. But it's not the biggest deal in the world. So far, Squid doing a nice job of farming in the lane though.
Yeah, I mean, considering the start to the lane, like the first wave was an absolute disaster, and yet it's turned into a relatively even situation. He's ahead in last is behind in denies, which, considering that the first wave, he's getting bullied so hard. Is he dead, actually?
Yeah. No. The wave is way too big. Yeah, through some combination of good play on Squid's part and maybe some not optimal choices on the other guy's part, Squid's kind of doing fine. So we'll see how this progresses.
Oh, that's unfortunate. You see that Ishard's bottom there?
Yeah.
He thought he had Shane in the inside, but nope. Just got transported.
Even if he got Shane, he still has fly. Like he had fly. It was never gonna amount to anything.
Forcing out Arctic Current is so huge though. It's such a long cooldown level 1. It's still I thought it was longer than that, but it's still 26. That's a pretty long cooldown level 1.
Yeah, but it's just not. It's like they should aim to go for Wii, especially because he was on level. Like it would be if they had a sentry so they could actually attack him while you know what I mean. Like it would just he's the better target for sure.
I have a mission for you, Jim.
Yeah.
I want you to not say the phrase, "Do you know what I mean?" for the rest of the cast. We're gonna see if you can
All
do it. Middle lane, snowball in. Squid has been caught. He will get brought down. It's another kill for Bingu. 2 kills on the board. And a tip from Doss, who did nothing in that entire fight. Middle lane, back to top lane. It's a 2v2 over there. Eli is
Is
low.
this
Bulljaxx is low.
do they have beef or is this just friendly banter?
I
don't
don't know.
really.
I actually do not know. There's a good chance.
Oh.
It can go either way. I'll have to ask between games if it's beef or not.
Okay.
I think it could go either way. I would err on the side of not beef. But given how long these two have been in the league, it genuinely could be beef.
Also, I don't know if you were watching Bottom Badger, but that's the other part is that if you go in Wyvern and they just cold embrace themselves, then nothing happens, and yeah, this is a. I wasn't the biggest fan of the Wyvern pick when I saw Visage, but since it ended up being Underlord Tusk, they actually just can't really do anything. They are farming very nicely on the Underlord, but just not really able to get that pressure out. Stop the TA from hitting creeps. This is a very high tip game. Lot of tipping action already.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, Badger, emotionally?
I mean, it is what it is. I think it's, again, mostly friendly flame, but, you know, it's...
I'm actually extremely angry at both teams. I don't think it's friendly.
Exactly. Oh, another kill from Bingu! Got his 6 first. I missed the solo kill there. That's a huge play from Bingu. I didn't even see that. I was so distracted by the ult chat, I didn't even see the solo kill mid.
Oh,
by
if you look
Bingu.
at the net worth, by the way, like, oh my god, bro.
Oh,
like
no.
the last hits tab is like really fake right now. If you look at the net worth,
I'm
Squid
looking
is
at
like,
it. He's 8th in net worth. And Bingu
yeah,
is...
that's tough.
Oh man, if you're Bingu, I'm making that my my phone background. Oh my god. That is not a good day for Colonel Squid.
I'm gonna get Cat One some food. I'll be right back, Badger.
Yeah,
I'm gonna cover my bases.
You do that. Get Cat 1 out of the... Man, that is... I'm looking at the net worth. This is... We're in danger of what me and Logic will call the Parker. It's sort of 7k at 11 situation. This easily could be a 7k Visage at 11 at the rate this is going.
Dire structures are
Actually, if he gets it, I might send a screenshot to Logical. I might. We'll see. We'll see where we're at in the flow of the game. But it is mid T1 tower. It's not quite dead yet, but it's in danger of being dead. Familiars are dropped. The tower is low. Reed will attempt to deny, but does not get it off. Meanwhile, top lane is Razor inside the Ice Shards, playing in a bit of a 1v3, though. Eli is not actually there doing anything, so the damage might be lacking. Teleport into the time walk into the time dilation. That'll be last hit for Zeri, the Dragon Escape on Enchantress. 5 kills for Pizzadog, 1 kill for Daryl the dog. 3k net worth lead for the dire side, and it's... Man, this is an ugly net worth chart if you're a Radiant fan. This is not what you want. You're losing or drawing even in every lane. The Wisdom Runes do go 1 apiece. Squid needs this kill desperately. Give this man the kill. He has some mana. Please give this man a kill. The boss is... Okay, he'll finally go down. Squid really needed that kill. He's back to top 5 in net worth. Ay, ay, ay. Meanwhile, bot lane, seems like Wee is getting away from a lot of heat right now. Notice there's a Xeriscape on the south side. Bingu lurking around the south side as well. Had Wee been, I don't know, right over here, or even over here, he'd be dead right now. But again, good maneuvering to the north side, away from these angry dire side heroes. Unfortunately, the tower cannot run away. It's brought down bottom lane. Let's draw the box for fun. Over to top lane. Beans gate through. Doss will arrive top lane going in for Bulljaxx. It'll be a 3v1. Bulljaxx attempts to go bot lane through the twin gates, but he's bashed by Eli. That would have been a pretty epic escape had it have worked, but it did not. Meanwhile, mid lane, Invis Rune will go to Colonel Squid. Had to use all of his mana to secure the rune, which gives him some of his mana back. But at least he gets the Invis Rune active, which he'll use and immediately break on the creeps. I will say, having played with Squid in the past on a team, he's definitely a very much momentum-based player. He likes to be ahead, he likes to have some agency in the game. And when he is not ahead and does not have agency, he's often a lot more quiet, often gets a little tilted, so you want your Squidward player over here to be having a strong game. Problem is, again, you look at the net worth, he's 8th in net worth right now, which is just not good. It's extremely ugly. Bot lane Doss TP's away from Wee and Shane. And luckily he's playing a hero that does recover pretty nicely, but this is not the scene you want to see It is, like, I use the word ugly. I think it is relatively accurate for the economic situation. The net worth leads about 5K. Half of that is the gap between Bingu, one-time last champion Bingu. Wait. Did Bingu win lads? He was on that team, right? The Pizzadog team with Xeriscape and Whole City, and it was, I think it was Dark, Bingu, Whole City, Garda, Xeriscape. So he would be a last champion. I don't know why I was questioning myself there, but if you remember, way back in the day was the season 8 lads finals. Bingu was on the wrong side of the very legendary series between Pizzadog and Nebula, perhaps the greatest lad series ever played, where it was Bulljaxx and Colonel Squid who came out on top, defeating a very stacked team: Skyward, Sheepstick, ET, Bingu, Xeriscape. And that, again, player for player, maybe the best team in lads history skill wise, but they got slayed. I think honestly there are teams in conversation. You know, Double King Rice Boy back in the day, that's a pretty good combination. But
I'm back, guys.
Welcome,
Sorry
welcome
about
back.
that. I also, yeah. So yeah, Cat 1 is solid
Cat
for
1
now.
is fed, and unfortunately it seems like Dire are being fed right now as well. They're fighting in mid lane. Through the Fiend's Gate comes DOS, pit onto Reed the target, though he's not quite dead yet. Squid balls in, he's out of mana, he's fully committed. Now Shane gets tossed in, but it's never his ulti. Snowball from the boss, Bingu's on the inside, Bingu is low, Bulljaxx secures the kill. Now Squid's embraced by his teammate Shane. Everybody's dropping, Squid is still very low. He'll try to ball to the north side away from the Dire damage. There's no more Dire damage. Eli's in the way. Could Eli clean things up? Time walk in, Chrono on 1, but it's the one hero who's needed. Meanwhile, though, the entirety of the Dire side are collapsing. It's a 4-for-1 trade. The net worth lead is cut in half, and suddenly what seems like a very easy Pizzadog win is now only a moderately difficult Pizzadog win.
Oh, okay.
One more team fight loss like that, though, and your lead is actually unironically gone, though, so you need to be a little bit careful. Bingu respawns, resummons, and understandably, Daryl the dog.
This is kind of what I mean
away.
when I talk about how like they have some heroes that require a lot of finesse. Like I feel like including in the like Dire's buying very aggressive items right now, but they have heroes like they're not Visage isn't buying a Vlad's. Like none of them are rushing a pipe. No one's rushing a mech. You know, like no one's buying a Solar Crest. There's no Pavis. There's no Glimmer. Like not to like flame them on Dire. It's just like like with their heroes, they could easily like actually be like taking racks prior to 20 minutes. But with the items they're building, they should not be able to do that. You see what I mean, Badger?
Yeah.
They have like a genuinely like god tier pushing like draft of just like, okay guys, go win your lanes, go sit and farm somewhere in front of the enemy team and take a couple kills, buy the ore items, and just literally take racks before minute 20. And that idea is very far away now. And it will be very far away because they're not buying any auras or defensive items.
True. I do want to point out, though, that last fight went as well as it did before Shane had 6. Like, they won that fight with level 5 Wyvern. So, they have this most important spell in their arsenal ready for the next fight they didn't have last fight. I consider that important. I hope you do, too. Well, Xeriscape gets a little bit too frisky in the Radiant side jungle. He will find a Dire side death, it appears. Last it goes to Colonel Squid in the Storm, who is still on the recovery path, 7th in net worth, but I guess the good part is, look at Reed. He's actually kind of farmed right now. He's close to a Blink Dagger, Soul Ring, Arcane Boots at minute 13 on a support Tiny.
Yes.
We were having a conversation. I think you were in the conversation last night. When we were talking about Reed. It was like, yeah, Reed plays 4, right? We're like, you know, Reed's basically a 3 anyways, net worth-wise. This game he actually is.
Yeah,
Speaking of 3, bottom lane,
like...
through the Twin Gate, goes DOS, into the pit, the boss backs him up, Atos keeps him in the pit, the Necro units are popping on out, punch up, he's still not brought down, he's embraced by Shane, who has the curse on 2. Now in comes Eagle, but it's a toss away by Reed. The Avalanche on 2, the trap, the slow, they cannot kill Wee. Saving Private Wee has been accomplished. Squid, Ballsing gets stunned by Bingu, snowball forward, Atos hit the pit into more stuns. The boss is dead. Bingu is dead. Squid balls away somehow. DOS to fall. And Xeriscape is going to be the next hero dead. Squid's still living. He's embraced by Shane. That's a 4-for-0. What a fantastic turnaround. And the tips come in once again.
Yeah, this is kind of this is my concern about how Dire has this really strong draft, but the heroes are all very finicky, and like their lead like dissipates and now things look are pretty sad for Dire. Um, like so unbelievably fast. You know, Badger, this is why I always say that you can't judge a draft in League of Lads by whether it's like quote a good draft or not. You know what I mean? Because I think Dire's draft is actually fucking insane, and like I you know I it's not looking good, Badger. It's not looking good.
Nah, I mean, if you open the graph, it just seemed so easy at that 5K lead. Now it's just, it's a Radiant lead. Blink Avalanche. Bingu counter Orchids the Storm. He'll attempt to run away. The boss blinks and snowball. Squid continues to pursue. Still looking for Bingu. Vortex into a few right clicks. Now Squid's out of mana. Chronosphere on one. It's Winter Wyvern ulti on one as well. Squid ends up dying in the Chrono, but Reed finishes the kill on Bingu. Both mid laners are in the grave. Now Bulljaxx runs forward, looking to back up Reed. Now Doss drops to Twin Gate to back up his team as well. Reed tosses away one, but Eli's still hunting. Reed's still juking. Snowball stun. This should be a kill, and a few more hits with the Avalanche on two. Once again, he blinks away. He's still running to the west side. Dire pursue, but look at the mana. Dire lack it. Blink, punch from Tusk. That'll be enough. There was absolutely no mana on Void, but apparently no mana on Void needed for that kill.
True. Very true, Badger. Very true. Just looking around now on people's items. I think Razor just has Manta on, or no, he's going SNY. Okay, that's fine. Sure. Not seeing any crazy wacky decisions from Radiant heroes. Squid's got a BKB queued up, which I like that a lot. I think early BKB is really good against Visage and Underlord. So, Underlord rush the Atos, but I think I'd rather just seeing him have a full build of like core items. And Visage not, so Visage is really committing to this like pick-off style of Visage. They're getting an Ags next. Just like they have no interest in going drum boots. They don't want to buy Vlads. Yeah. I think that like I think Dire's position in the scheme Badger could like I think they're like losing one fight away from like the game being like really bad. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, and again, they're going to keep the pressure on bottom lane, but it just seems to be easier said than done to play up tempo when you've lost fight after fight after fight. It's a smoke up on 3, they'll sweep through the Radiant Tri-Camp according to Xeriscape's arrow. Looking at Dire Vision, they see one top, they see one in the Radiant jungle. They'll say, you know what, if Tiny's not here, we can, you know, play up tempo the Blink Tusk. He's got the snowball, max tag team ready to go. Radiant Ward, though, look at it here at the Dire jungle. It spots Eli, so both teams have some, but not all of the information required. We plays the trees. He needs to be a little bit careful, however. Back to the main body of the Dire side, there's still smoke running northwise. They'll run into We very soon at the north side. What is that, a Lotus Pool? That's the official name there. But they do not actually run into We. So they're still occupying the Radiant Tri-Camp from the Dire side, but there are no Radiant heroes actually there, so the gank has been dodged. Successfully, I might add. Look at who's farming more than the map right now. It's without a doubt the Bulljaxx side. They're playing Radiant jungle, they're playing multiple lanes, they're winning the eco game, they have to kill something, and they'll attempt to go on We. Through the Fiend's Gate comes Doss. Eli has Chrono ready to go, they'll kill the TA, and okay. We've paused the game. Interesting time to do that, Bulljaxx. You know the... Okay, so Twin Gates at the Radiant Tri-Camp. That's going to be some dead Radiant heroes here. Orchid against Wyvern. There will not be a Wyvern ulti in this fight. At least not a productive Wyvern ulti. Shane attempts a TP, and that actually ends up working. Good jukes from Shane, but the main kill, the Templar Assassin, was secured. And we will now see a bit of pushing in multiple side lanes from both teams.
I think the big thing is I think once Squid gets to his BKB, I think fights are going to be pretty easy for Radiant. Bulljaxx also going straight into a BKB, which I like a lot. Reed, of course, is brushing a Conda, not just a Phylactery, but the Conda itself, of course. You know, It wouldn't be a game with Reed if he wasn't doing that.
Tower is under attack.
And Shane is very slowly making his way to a Blink Dagger. Kind of wish Shane had taken more farm this game, but overall he's been playing a very solid game in terms of, you know, warding and protecting his teammates and saving them, so I can't really complain too much. I don't like the 0 points in Splinter Blast. I do think getting a few points in it for wave pushing / just like value would be good, but I don't hate
We've
it.
caught Bulljaxx with the chrono. Avalanche on one. It's the counter play, but Bulljaxx certainly
Wyvern's
will
there.
lose his life. Wyvern has a curse, hits 2. And as it currently stands, it's only Razor dead with Dire looking for more. Shane is under attack. He'll get punched up and brought down. And that'll end up being 2 dead. The Razor and the Wyvern. Dire used key cooldowns but maintain their Aegis. Did they change Wyvern ulti somehow, or... I feel like the AoE is very small there. Did it not seem small to you?
I think visually sometimes it looks weird. I don't think they haven't. I don't think they've changed it as far as I'm aware.
Maybe I'm just I'm smoking something. 'Cause it felt like a very small AoE. To
I
me.
think Badger. I think in some spots visually it looks it looks smaller than it is. Does that make sense? Like I think there are spots on the map where just due to how the map looks, like like maybe it's a visual bug on Wyvern's end where it looks the ring around people looks smaller than it actually is. Does that make like? But I don't think it's been changed, and I don't think it's a bugged spell at the moment. I think they just weren't inside of the radius.
I see. I see. Well, what can you do? We are. We're not done yet with the action. Never mind. We actually are done with the action. Thought for a second there'd be a fight mid, but no fight mid. Just farming. All right, you can
Type
remove.
Badger.
You can remove one hero from Dota. Who do you choose?
Dire's top
Meepo.
Why Meepo?
radiant
Because when you play against like really good meepos on anything that's remotely resembling a meepo patch, it's incredibly oppressive, and you'll just lose games, and it's like not fun. Yeah, meepo is one of those heroes where you don't realize how unfun it is to be losing to it until you play against people who are like really fucking good at meepo. If that makes sense, Badger. Because
Absolutely.
at any time it's even remotely good, it will be like in all of your rank games, and when the enemy team has it and their meepo player just like single-handedly wins, like, and you're just like so dead inside, like you're just sort of like, man, I should just swap to mid and play meepo only, or carry and play meepo only, etc. So probably meepo. Yeah.
Funny part, as a
What
player,
about you,
as a
Badger?
player, it'd be Pangolier, but as a caster, it'd be Razor. I don't want to cast this hero ever again. He's just so boring. Ball in by Storm, long range, BKB from Squid. They're going on Bingu, who's inside the pit. Chronosphere on 4, and a teammate of his at this point. Everybody on the inside with a Wyvern Curse, hitting 4 as well. The Symphony of Spells. Orchid on Squid. Squid's dropping Bingu's dead. Once again, we have mid for mid trade if Squid goes down, but they're keeping him alive. Double kill for Bulljaxx. It's time to flee. It's time to scatter. It's time to die for Pizzadog. Squid has used all of his mana. Dawson out of HP. That'll be 4 kills for Daryl the dog. A triple kill for the Captain Bulljaxx. That's an absolutely fantastic team fight win for the Radiant side, and for Pizzadog, they still have the Aegis. But what can you do with it any longer?
That's a good question, Badger. I don't know. I think you just gotta be sad. That's all you can do if you're Dire, Badger. I don't. I think their best hope of coming back is Visage, like just finding a shit ton of pickoffs once they get their Aghanims. But I just don't know how much I believe in that avenue. You know what I mean, Badger? Like. Because even when they have Ags, they're not gonna have like a Hex yet. You feel me?
Yeah,
Also,
I mean,
I did not say. I used a different phrase there, so I just wanted to be clear.
I appreciate it.
I've so far avoided it. I just thought I should make that. Yeah.
I mean, you avoided it in that specific instance, but again, for Bingu, the way that Radiant are playing, they have good response times. They can use Blink Wyvern, Blink Tiny, Storm from long range. It's kind of hard to find the right isolated hero and kill them. At this stage of the game, at least. I guess your best bet would be go on TA, but again, you can blink away during refraction usually. You've BKB on Razor. It's BKB on Storm. It's going to be hard. Smoke on 5 from the Radiant side into the Dire Tri-Camp. We go. They're playing near their Tormentor, which was already taken. Xeriscape got a free shard on the Enchantress. And we're still chilling as 5 at Tri-Camp. Looking at Radiant Vision, they see 1 mid. They see 2 bottom. It's time to jump in. They'll jump in for DOS. DOS will get absolutely blasted. Squid balls in for more. He finds the boss. Tusk will attempt to perhaps snowball and blink away. I don't think it's going to work, however, and it will not work. Good break on the blink, thanks, I believe, the Remnant results in 2 kills again for Daryl the dog, and... well, time to run it down some lanes. Only key problem, your equilibrium bottom is absolutely bricked, and you will get no tower damage.
Yeah, I'm looking at this game badger, and Faceless Void I feel like is like he's going BKB as his next item, but I feel like they're just like lacking, like I feel like he's lacking a lot of damage, you know? Enchantress does not have like right-clicking items. Underlord is not amazing at putting damage into the pit. Like Firestorm is very meh. Tusk doesn't really put damage into the pit. Visage puts damage into the pit, or into, so I should say into the ultimate, but like, you know, like Visage kind of already does their damage. They don't really need Chrono for that, you know?
Yeah.
They have their own things. They get Reed, it looks like. That's a nice kill.
Yeah, caught him entirely isolated top lane. Saw the Ags reveal on Bingu there. Help him set that one up. We're not done fighting. Bulljaxx arrives. It's a Chronosphere on nothing! He got absolutely nothing but death! And now at this point, you've lost your carry. You've lost the Chronosphere. It's time to die. The boss is dead. DOS is being run down. That'll be 3 kills when he inevitably dies. Xeriscape gets a clutch TP away, but again, what a disaster. Double kill for Weenie Hammond. Well, it's not looking too good for Pizzadog right now.
True. Yeah, I mean, it's tough for me to say things better because I feel like a while ago I was laying out like, hey, if these things happen, I think Dire is like in a terrible position, and like, kind of all those things happened. So I just don't know what to say, Badger. You know, like.
That's when
like,
you're allowed to gloat your analyst skills. Like, you know, I said if Dire did this, they're gonna have a rough time. They did that, they're having a rough time.
Yeah, but
I'm
really,
the Oracle.
Like, yeah, but like that just feels cringe. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really like want to gloat. But I just kind of feel bad watching this. Like, they, you know, why is Badger hipping? Do not speak to my co-caster. He is above all of us.
But can't you just put TA traps in the pit, actually? Just got that still, or did they remove that? Did they remove the ability to put it in a Roshan pit?
I don't know, Badger. I don't know. I don't know, Badger.
I haven't played TA in a long time, but back when I played TA, you put it in the pit.
I do not know how the innate actually works to tell you the timer of Roshan. I just don't know.
I mean, okay, the innate's literally broken. But I meant more, like, before you used to be able to put the trap in the pits, and you get vision on Roche. Obviously, when you get like a single Roche pit over here, it's a lot easier to make it work that way, but, still, surely, you have, how many traps do you have? You have 15 traps. You put 1 over here, you put 1 over here, else you can't put it in the pit anymore. Maybe you just can't put it in the pit any longer, but if you still put it in the pit, you just stick them in the pit, right? Maybe they removed that years ago, I just didn't notice, but... Unfortunately, I don't play the hero anymore, so I don't know. Oh, it's okay. It's actually in the tooltip. It's in the tooltip, Jim! Traps no longer provide vision inside the Roshan pit. Whoops.
Oh. Badger, are we just fucking morons?
I know I am. We can debate you, but me, it's well known. I mean, have you seen play-by-play commentators? We're not the smartest sort of bunch of all time. We are... sometimes incorrect things are said about Dota.
Oh, okay.
Lucky you do sometimes. Looks like Dire in this Radiant side jungle. Smoked up as a 3. Looking at Radiant Vision, they don't really know what's going on too much. Eli has Chronosphere ready to go, but it seems like the gank may end up missing. The courier has been spotted. Doss goes through the Fiend's Gate. Meanwhile, top lane, Bulljaxx could not cancel that Fiend's Gate because, he's playing Razor. Back to mid lane, Shane gets isolated, brought down, killed during the Arc duration. We'll move to Reed as well. Reed is brought down inside the Pit of Malice. A very malicious gank there from the side of Pizzadog results in 2 kills. Both subs are dead, and now perhaps they'll go in for this mid T2 tower.
Oh, okay.
Tower is under attack.
They're finally going on the tower. I thought for a second they might just not go on the tower, but I mean, you had to have known they were going to go for this tower here. What else are you going to do in this situation? Dead tower.
Has fallen.
Dead tower, Badger. That's a great way to put it.
Not a very good square I made, but if I fix it like this, that's a better square. Yes, it's one of those things where a little off topic, but I think it's one of the big advancements in Dota that needs to be done. You ever watch an NFL football broadcast? Where one thing they have is this thing called a telestrator, where you're allowed to draw, usually in yellow lines. I think Xeriscape's dead, by the way, but you're allowed to draw yellow lines on the screen, sort of draw arrows and boxes and sort of give tactics and stuff like that. With Xeriscape's juking, fall in by Squid. Both subs are going to die instead. Xeriscape TP, somehow, someway that TP will end up working. Tusk not so lucky, but you have to basically draw things on the screen with this thing called a telestrator. John Madden was a big innovator in that one, and you can basically just draw on the screen and draw arrows they're gonna do this and they're gonna do that, and I think it's one of the big advancements in Dota that people need to start doing this. They need to draw more. You have the built-in, you press control, you press your left click on your mouse, you're drawing arrows and boxes. That's the big advancement we need. We need less crazy tech. We just need more simple arrows. That's what we need more of in the casting production scene. Maybe I'm an Oracle, maybe I'm a Crank. You never know. Hard to tell sometimes.
I think you're an Oracle, Badger. Let's go with that.
They look like actual players. They don't mean it all the time. Oh, good blink avalanche toss from Reed. Catches Doss. Underlord is dead. Another kill for Bulljaxx. But from the south side, come Pizzadog. Eli is smoked up. He's got the Chrono on 4. Oh, 5 are in the Chrono. They're going to go for Wyvern. He's brought down immediately. Working on Bulljaxx. He'll big KB. Squid balls in. Looking for Bingu. Bingu gets forced away. We to fall. It's 2 dead. Now 3v4. Pizzadog have the 4. And the big KBs are ending. Bulljaxx is vulnerable. The boss will go down, but it's a trade for, never mind, for Bingu first, then Bulljaxx. That was a 2v2 fight. It's Squid with no mana fighting Eli and Xeriscape. Oh, Vortex. He's trying to kill the Void, but how could he kill him? He simply cannot. That's 1 life lost on Storm, and now it's time to run. Does Squid go for the long ball in? He's thinking about it, but won't go for it. In the very end, it's still 2v2 alive. A 3-for-3 trade. And until Eli gets more HP, Radiant can hit the buildings. Problem is, they've got the glyph. Eli now has full HP. TP's mid. And the fight is over. A relatively good trade for Pizzadog, but they still lost a lot.
You lose something like just not meant to be.
Oh, you know what we need? They have the instant replay tech, right? Jim?
Yeah, what about it?
They need to combine instant replay tech with being able to draw over the instant replay. You can almost draw, say, oh, look at this hero in the side here, Wyvern lurking, and look at this angle that Wyvern has. The technology's it's getting there. One day they'll have technology for a super cool broadcast. I'm sure the technology is there right now, but they seem to figure. Unfortunately, I am not the person to figure that out. I'm not a production wizard. Almost purposefully so in some cases. I still have no draft overlay, I still have no intro and outro screen, all of which on purpose, by the way. I know how to do them, I just don't want to.
Okay, Badger. I think I found the path back to Dire for this game.
Okay, how did Dyer win this game?
Rapier.
I love it.
Faceless Void finishes this butterfly and he buys a Rapier. And he'll be pretty much like Razor doesn't build MKB. TA probably won't build it either. Storm is not gonna buy an MK. You see what I mean, Badger? He'll be during the duration of his ultimate and during the duration of his BKB, he will actually be pretty fucking safe. It's a I think it's actually like a no cap pretty good angle for this guy to finish his butterfly and buy a rapier. Um, yeah.
I fully agree with you. Ball in, buy Colonel.
Either that or
Squid,
just
fuck
pray to God he
stuff.
keep 5-man chronos people over and over again.
I mean, he
That's
did
the
it
other option.
once. It's hard to get more than one 5-man chrono in a game, though. There's the DOS. Who has a Crimson Guard active. That's a tough hero to kill. They'll try anyways. Avalanche onto DOS and Bingu are on the run. Eli has Chrono ready. He could use it on 2 if he wants. He's still holding it for now. Now uses it, looking for Colonel Squid. But Shane has the save for now. Wire Penalty buys time for Squid to ball to the west side. Bulljaxx, meanwhile, is dropping. Before that happens, it's Eli who's dead. Doss dies on the west side. Bulljaxx is the trade. It's currently a 4 versus 2 fight, where Radiant have the 4. This should be an absolute disaster. Bingu stones himself, but again, there's no escape. Xeriscape cleans up Shane, but Radiant have their core. Xeriscape's trying to win the fight, but there's only so much one Enchantress can do. Reed tossing back towards Wee, who is struggling with the untouchable passive, but eventually the Ench will die. She's sprinking on around, trying to do whatever she can, but there's no win for the fight. It's a 5 for 2 trade. Naya recover their gem, but it's still a full 5-man wipe. It's still a massive gold swing for Daryl the dog.
Sorry, I was running the sushi. He was asking if I wanted the game, so I had to tell him to tune into your stream and we can play after.
Okay.
Okay, Badger, why don't people buy rapiers? Just buy a rapier, man. Don't they
mean,
want to have fun?
It's a
Buying
high
rapiers is
variance
fun.
item, and yeah, to buy rapier.
Yeah, but you're already losing a lot.
I know, but you have to have a lot of confidence in yourself to buy rapier. It's the sort of item where you only buy it if you're 1 or 2 people. Either you'd be very confident it's gonna work, or at least there's a good chance of working, or you have to have so little like care about losing the game that it's like, yeah, I'll just buy rapier anyways. I don't think Dire are so far behind they're in the latter category, and I don't think Eli is a player to be in the former category, and that's why we're not seeing one quite yet.
Okay, whatever you say, Badger. You're my senpai in casting.
Thank you.
You teach
Thank
me
you.
how to climb the casting ladder.
You know, actually, somewhat related topic. I actually have been meaning to make a sort of guide to commentary at some points. I have I actually have maybe like a 10-page long sort of script notes. I just need to record and edit at some point. I might do that soon, actually. I think people could use that sometime.
Okay, and when's the chunk account video getting made?
I don't know, man. That's the problem in every life is editing videos. I hate editing videos.
Oh, okay,
I have so much
I
unedited
can
content.
edit it for you.
Well, top lane, we has been caught. Squid balls in, big KBs. Reed to follow with a 2-man avalanche. It's already dead Enchantress. The Sprinkler from last fight now buys back into the fight. Radiant pursued Doss. They want to bring him down. They'll bring him down. They're trying to go for Squid, but again, the good force staff from the Radiant side keep him alive. The boss and Xeriscape are in the front lines. The boss is already dead now. Double kill for Weed. 3 kills for the Radiant side. Xeriscape's fighting on the north side. Eli has Chrono, who uses it on 2. He isolates and brings down Wyvern, who now buys back into the fight. We will meld. There's no detection. There's no detection for the TA. Bingu's still fighting. Squid's still fighting. Both men are low. Bingu wins the 1v1, but dies immediately afterwards. Bulljaxx mans up. We still fighting. It's just Xeriscape in the 1v3. Correction, the 1v4, actually. It matters not, though. It's once again a full 5-man wipe, and this time the gem will not be recovered.
Badger, Badger, it's just one of those things where just because you're right, you don't actually, you don't always feel good when you're right, you know?
I feel you.
Badger, we need to start a petition for people to start fucking buying rapiers when they're losing, bro. Fuck it.
How do you propose we do that?
Radiant's
Let's like put like a PSA in lads, like how do you want to do?
I don't know, man. I don't.
I
fucking
mean,
know.
I honestly, I'd be down. It sounds like a fun time, but
You should listen. I can write up a fun, entertaining PSA post if you can get it submitted, Badger.
I can submit it. Come on now.
All right,
They're
remind
diving
me
the base, by
remind me
the
to do
way.
it before you go to bed when I'm sleepy and just chilling. I'll write it up.
DOS in the boss. Oh, they're trying to play Dota 2. It's not gonna work. They're dead. He actually kicks TA under the tier 4 towers, but alas, Templar Assassin has refraction, and it's fine. But I'm thinking, you know, I mean, how long are you thinking? You're like a full page of stuff, or less than that? If it's small enough, you can put it in like a little graphic next to it. Put a little like Dota image, like a hero and a rapier or something. You know, there's a lot
You can do the
presentation-wise.
graphic image part,
Okay,
Badger.
it depends how long.
I
it
don't
is.
do that part.
If it's too long, it's kind of hard to put in a usable graphic. But if it's short enough, you can definitely do that.
Okay, now this is getting so complicated, Badger.
It's not that
God damn
complicated
it.
yet, though.
Yeah, but it's getting there.
If you want complicated, I put a 2,000 character message in the Labman chat earlier, and even the other Labmans are like, "What are you talking about?" They have no idea what I'm talking about.
Isn't that the thing I say though?
What do you mean by that?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
You were literally asking me to say it there, by the way. I would like to make
I
that very
was,
clear.
I was.
Like I didn't even want to say it. I was like actually trying to hold off, but then you were like you pried it out of me with your Badger-like behavior.
That's what I do sometimes.
Want to play a game
This
of
is
chess
the,
in between the next game and this one? Also, there's a
Sure,
fight.
I'm down. They're fighting body. I was gonna say that bottom lane. They've hexed the Faceless Void. He'll attempt the time walk and get away, but he's losing his damage. He's brought down by Wee. That's way too much long-range TA damage. At this point, DOS is going to end up going down. It's already 2 dead. Dire are collapsing. Pizzadog are about to lose Gaming Roll and Barg a Miracle in this fight. Bingu's dead. It's just the supports, and what can the supports do? It's not even, before the fight's even over, Jerry calls GG. He knows what it is. It's a full 5-man weapon. It's a Game 1 win for Daryl the Dog.
Good try. Good try. GG's. What's up?
More all chat.
I didn't see the all chat. Why is it not letting me leave the game? I'm gonna restart my Dota.
Yeah, it's just I guess it's that time of day.
Yeah. It's a Monday though, it's not a Tuesday. If it was Tuesday, it would make more sense. Tuesday is when they have the maintenance badger.
I mean, we have an update finally in that case.
I don't know. It might just be a bug fix. I don't know. Badger, we've been getting a lot of patches recently. I don't know. I think that there are other. I think we should save our requests for updates for the future, Badger.
The thing is, it's not about the number of updates, it's whether or not I want the update. It's like, I'm told
Badger, a lot of the heroes you like to play are good right now.
I want more, though.
Badger, you can't. Badger, Badger, the train will probably get nerfed, etc.
So Abaddon, that hero is not viable right now. He needs to be viable. I opened up our Dota 2. I don't see anything on that one, so it seems like it's just nothing. I'm gonna cut us to a break between game 1 and game 2. Mine's Badger joined by Jim, and we'll see you for game 2 of Daryl the Dog, but Captain my Bulljaxx taking on Pizzadog, captained by Xeriscape and Lads Weenie in a few minutes.